Indigestion. So, when do you feel like you can't digest properly? And do you notice that it's just with food, or do you feel that way in your tummy or in your energy levels, not just with food? So, let's talk about indigestion with food. When do we get indigestion? So, in my case, it's usually when I have so many different things and I feel like I want to try a little bit of everything. But then I get into a slight stress response because it feels like I need to make sure I have a little bit of everything. So every meal or every appetizer becomes like an opportunity for me to try. And not trying sometimes makes me feel FOMO, the fear of missing out. And when I feel that FOMO, then I get into a stress response because my body immediately goes into fear, and the fear makes you get into the fight or flight response of the sympathetic nervous system. And that, while eating, is definitely not where we want to be. We want to be totally relaxed when we eat. We want to have an affair with the food. And when it feels more like a competition between these different options, it's not really a relaxation response. It's really more of a having an agenda, right? Having an agenda to have this much of this much of this much of this. So with time, I realize I really appreciate just having one meal. So this is what happens to me with the food. And indigestion in life is so common as well, especially with all our different options. We have so many different options of things that we can do. So take, for example, you want to, I don't know, you want to get something done, but then an idea, oh, I could do this as well, and this is great, this is great. So in a way, it starts off as brainstorming, and then it becomes overwhelming to have so many different options because they're all pretty decent options. But what we were doing in this moment stops being what we're doing in this moment. And instead, everything else, all the different options, kind of get into our space because we're linking them and forgetting about what's going on here. And then that fear or that stress response of, oh, there's a lot, there's a lot. We're not really focusing on being present. And by being present, I just mean being able to take one bite at a time because we're not so focused on, I need from that and from that and from that and from that. And they might take this and they might take this. And mind you, this is all pretty subconscious. It's not like we're thinking, oh, this person's going to take this and this. But it could be that this is the response of the body because of the fear of scarcity and the fear of losing something. And this is usually something that I've seen a lot with people that deal with food challenges. It's that fear, There we all express fear in different way, but that could be one of them. And that indigestion in life as well, having too many different options. So what is the solution, and or what is a healthier way to really process all of this and digest all of these different options? And I propose that we just really focus on our meal and make this the right one. Make this bite the exact bite that we need right now. And everything else can be an option, but that could be after the meal. It could be a sort of assessment that we make afterwards. It could be after we finish with this project. Or before we can brainstorm a little bit, but many times as well, when we brainstorm too much before starting something, it can become really overwhelming because the possibilities are unlimited, right? And we're trying to solve a problem before we even start with what we want to do. So it's such a healthy thing to really digest what is going on right now. Right now. Who am I with? Who am I with right now? And what is existence calling for me to see right now? Or what is existence right now calling for me to focus on and to be with? And just go from there, just bite by bite. We can digest this. And then next meal is a new meal. But if we really focus on making this the right one instead of expecting there to be a right one, which is not here, that really puts us in a stress response, and that makes us feel like we cannot digest or process what we're going through in life or in a meal.